Welcome PSGINT family, and today I'm going to discuss Paris Saint-Germain's failed January transfer window, where Paris Saint-Germain didn't sign a single player, but loaned out 2 players. That was the entirety of January transfer window from Paris Saint-Germain. Luis Campos and Nasser Khalifi didn't sign a single player from Paris Saint-Germain. As you can see by the graph here, Paris Saint-Germain wanted a centre-back and a right midfielder for the new 4-2-2 formation. Mostly because our centre-backs haven't been performing consistently, apart from maybe Danilo, and that we needed a right midfielder because Carlos Soler has recently not been able to play in that position. The first right midfielder that Paris Saint-Germain were after was Ryan Cherki. We tried a lot. We sent 4 total bids to Lyon. The latest one was 20 million plus bonuses, but all of them were rejected, and we had to move on from the Ryan Cherki fight. Next up, it was Malcolm from Zenit. Malcolm offered him to us. We thought it was possible to get Malcolm until the president of Zenit St. Petersburg said that he wanted us to loan him with an obligation to buy, and the price would be over 60 million euros. You heard it right. Malcolm, 60 million euros. Absolutely stupid. Then Paris Saint-Germain moved on to Bakayoko from PSV, a 19-year-old. We sent a 5 million bid, but that was rejected. And they asked for 15 million euros, including us getting rid of the clause that we have for Xavi Simons, which is that we can buy him back for 4 to 12 million in the coming summer, which is absolutely ridiculous, and we moved on. Then there was quickly some interest in Marco Asensio, but the player and the club Real Madrid rejected the deal because they want to renew Marco Asensio. And then lastly, to the most delicate right winger we could have signed, which was Hakim Ziyech. We tried a lot. We tried getting him. The issue in the beginning was that other clubs had bidded more for the loan or even option to buy Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea FC, which Paris Saint-Germain couldn't compete with. But that's when Hakim Ziyech came in and said to Chelsea, listen, I only want Paris Saint-Germain. And that progressed the deal even further. Hakim Ziyech was in Paris with his family. Everyone was there to sign the contract. He had signed the contract, but Chelsea had sent the wrong documents. And when they sent the correct documents, it was too late. And Hakim Ziyech failed to Paris Saint-Germain. And then on to Milan Skriniar. Of course, as we all know, Paris Saint-Germain bidded 50 million plus 10 million in bonuses, or even more in the summer, which got rejected by Inter Milan, who were asking for 70 million, something close to that. Then now we came back in January. We're like, all right, let's see. Skriniar already agreed terms to join Paris Saint-Germain. Everything was settled. But Inter Milan, they were still asking for too much. And the problem is Paris Saint-Germain are broke. You have to understand that. Everyone has to understand that. Inter did not understand that. They thought they could go around and play with us. They were asking for 20 million for a player that has 6 months left on his contract and that has already signed in a pre-agreement with Paris Saint-Germain, which is absolutely ridiculous. We can see here that Lyon overpricing their player and playing stupid. Zenit overpricing Malcolm and playing stupid. PSV overpricing Bakayoko and playing stupid. Real with Asensio, that's okay. That's nothing wrong. They just said no directly. And Hakim Ziyech, Chelsea just being an absolute disgrace of an institution, and then coming to Inter Milan. What a absolute butlers. We just got one of their best players, and we were like, listen, we can give you some money. We can take him off. The fans don't like him. It's going to be heated over there in Milan when Skriniar plays his games. And they were still like, no, give us more money. When they knew we didn't have any money. So those were all the players that Paris Saint-Germain were linked with. And of course, as I said in the beginning of the video, we loaned out 2 players. First is Keylor Navas, and to loan him out, we had to end one of our previous loans, which was Ander Herrera, who went to Atletico Bilbao on a permanent transfer. So Ander Herrera is not a Paris Saint-Germain player anymore, which is a good thing. Second of all, it was Ayman Kari, who was sent on loan to Lorient on an 18-month loan with a buy option. But Paris Saint-Germain have a clause where we can buy back Ayman Kari first of any other club, which is a good thing. And third of all, another failed transfer, which was Ismail Gharbi to Nice. That did not be able to happen because of a bug in the LFP system, and the deal came through 5 minutes too late. So he will still be a Paris Saint-Germain player. My opinion right here about the transfer window, Luis Campos. Listen, let me say all the valid excuses here. First of all, Paris Saint-Germain, as I said, they were broke. When they went to Doha on that trip to the Saudi game, we went to Qatar and we were asking for money. We needed more money badly, and we got a little bit more, 5 to 10 million, I think. Then we went back We tried it with Skriniar, and Inter, as they always do, they like to drag on and still be asking for the same stupid amount, even though we tell them we do not have that fund, so we will not pay that fund. They're acting like they're still the A side when we are the A side. It's completely embarrassing. It's completely disappointing. And then when it came to Ziyech and a lot of other players, again, they overpriced them a lot. People saying, oh, Campos, oh, you were so late with Ziyech or Skriniar. No, we started with Skriniar really early. As soon as Inter said, all right, we will sell Skriniar this January if a bid comes in. We were like, that's when we started with Skriniar. And Inter just dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. They were supposed to go down in price. We were not supposed to go up in price. We are the A side. First of all, we're broke, and second of all, we are the A side. Skriniar had already agreed terms with Paris Saint-Germain back in summer, and now again in January to join us free in the summer. But Inter, yeah, again, acted like stupid people. And then when it came to the right mid spot, as I said, we were after many different players. It wasn't like Ziyech, we hopped onto him the last day of the window. No, we were after Ryan Cherki, they didn't want. Then Malcolm, no. Bakayoko, no. Asensio, no. And now Ziyech, no. It's completely embarrassing from the clubs we're negotiating with, and that's why we saw Paris Saint-Germain last season in the summer. We only saw players that had 1 year left on their contract because we really can't negotiate with these stupid, idiotic clubs. They are behaving like we are this oil club that has a lot of money that can offer, and they can ask for stupid price. I blame this on the previous Paris Saint-Germain board, including Leonardo and Antero Henrique, who were giving out 40 million for a dead Thilo Kehrer, 35 million for an old Idrissa guy. These stupid amounts of money to stupid amounts of players that now we can see has clearly affected the way other teams look at Paris Saint-Germain when it comes to the negotiating table. So, first of all, I'm not worried. I'm not worried because Skriniar, as I said, we still have great centre-backs. Skriniar would just add into depth, and maybe we could be playing more with the three at the back now that we have an extra centre-back. And when it came to right mid spot, sadly, I believe that we can't really play the 4-2-2 formation more this season because we don't have a right midfielder with all the failed transfers for a right midfielder. Do I put blame on Campos or Nasser or something? A bit maybe, but I think they worked really hard to get any of these kinds of deals over the line. But the clubs we were negotiating were just so stupid. I mean, Chelsea sending wrong documents. I mean, Ziyech should have been a Paris Saint-Germain player. Luis Campos and Nasser did everything perfect to get Hakim Ziyech. We negotiated well. We got the loan deal that we wanted. We fought off all other clubs and all the suitors that wanted Ziyech. But at the end of the day, Chelsea just acted like a childish institution. Moving on from this, I would still say it was a failed January transfer window, especially that we wanted the right midfielder and a centre-back. But the way it was failed, I can't blame it on Campos, Nasser or Galtier. Let's move on to the rest of the season. Let's hope for the best from Paris Saint-Germain. Let's hope that, all right, this was the bad thing that happened to PSG this season, the winter transfer window. And let's hope that the game, the performances and the results go our other way, unlike the transfer market. But that was it. Hopefully I've explained everything that went through this January transfer window. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel. And as usual, allez, allez, allez Paris.